Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the YouTube channel and the podcast. And I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that I'm jumping back into the world of long form content. I've taken a huge hiatus for the past year, obviously having two kids, two boys under 2, moving across the country, so many moving pieces to my life. I had to put the podcast and the YouTube channel on hold. And if I'm being really honest, I've never actually put both feet in the water of long form content. Like, I've dabbled in it here and there. I've dipped my toe in YouTube for over 10 years. I've dipped my toe in podcasting, but I've never just jumped all in. I've always kind of played it safe and played it reserved. And short form content is safe. If I'm being honest, short form content has its beautiful, like, obviously the community I've built online is from the short form content. But for me personally, I feel like I've hit a ceiling with it, and it's become very like rinse and repeat sometimes. Like, I love my community over there. I love that my TikTok finally blew up and I'm on my way to like 100,000 on TikTok and 200,000 on Instagram. And it's so amazing and the most incredible community of people. But for me, I feel like there's only so much information that can be really like transmuted when it comes to short form content. We're talking like a minute video, 90-second video, 2-minute video tops on short form content. And it's just like kind of not like I want to go deeper. Like, I really want to expand my experience and my wisdom and my education to all the people I've been coaching for the last 6 years and all the things I've done for the last 16 years. And so I'm jumping back in. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts below, like comment ideas or topics or things you would love for me to cover, and hit the subscribe button and just jump into this long form world with me as I kind of just like I feel like, you know, when you go to the gym and at first you lift like the 50 pounds and it's like, oh yeah, this is kind of heavy and hard. And then you get strong and you're like, oh, I need to go higher weight. And you go 70 pounds and 100 pounds and you're like, you just get stronger. That's what I feel like I'm doing in leaving the short form content and stepping more into long form. It's like, I just want to challenge myself. Like, I believe, find out what your growth edge is and just meet that. And if I'm being honest, like I figured out the short form content really well. I love it, and I can do it all day, every day. I have a million ideas for little reels and TikToks, but I'm like, all right, BC, you're good at that. Now, like, it's almost like, yeah, you can shoot the ball from 3. Now go try to shoot your jump shot, BC. Like, go try something else that's pushing you. So this is it, and this is just the stepping stone to the next adventure, right? But for now, I'm jumping back into the podcast, the YouTube. If you want to be a guest on my podcast, hit me up, send me a message. If you want me to cover certain topics in long form, then comment below, and I would love to hear from you guys. The support means the world to me. There's some days I post stuff online and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, does this make a difference? Does this even matter? But I think for me, the long form content, the topics I want to get to is like obviously romance and relationships in the dating space of trauma and healing, understanding our own trauma stories, our inner child healing, understand what a divine masculine is and a divine feminine and how masculine and feminine energies work. I even want to jump into the trauma of money and the trauma of sex with people. Like, I really want to start to talk about money and sex more in my conversations, because money and sex are the 2 reasons people get divorced in our country, and yet the 2 things people hate talking about is money and sex. And money and sex are so tied into trauma, like extremely tied into our self-worth, our self-identity, our self-love. And when you're talking about dating someone or getting married to someone or understanding your own relationship with your own self, you need to understand money, sex, power, ego. And so those are just some of the few topics I'm going to be jumping into, but thank you guys for being here. Thanks for coming over to YouTube and podcast to check out my stuff. And I cannot wait to delve into this season with you and this journey with you. Let me know, and love you guys. Peace.